Hiya, good morning, class. How are you? As I've introduced to you, today we are going to look at promoting human respect for a just and peaceful world. So initially, we looked at social injustices that were committed on the Africans during the Indian Ocean slave trade. So all those injustices were being committed on the Africans just because there was no respect, there was no dignity for human beings. People are being sold into slavery and servitude, and that was a big show that indeed respect for human beings was non-existent. So our main theme today is promoting human respect for a just and peaceful society. And I've said that in order to promote human dignity, are you concentrating? In order to promote human dignity or human respect, to create a just society, every human being should be aware of those human rights which you learned when you are in grade 5 and 6. Now, regardless of age, ability, status, gender, ethnicity, background, and even social status in the society, every individual should be treated with respect for a just and peaceful society. So we have got various ways through which that can be addressed. For instance, we can create conditions for self-esteem. Self-esteem here means self-respect. Self-respect as an individual. How do you consider yourself? Are you always positive or not about whatever things you do? We also have creating conditions for security. So security allows you to handle any activity with no fear of threats and intimidation. We also have respecting human rights, those basic or fundamental human rights which are enshrined in our Kenyan constitution. For instance, we have respect for life, which is of course paramount to every individual in the society. You should not kill. Neither should you collaborate with a person to plot or conspire to kill somebody. Are we there? The only body which is responsible for taking away an individual's life is the court. It is only the court which can authorize for someone to be punished through death sentence. But as an individual, in case you have a disagreement with your neighbor, then you should report to the relevant authorities. At school level, we have got teachers to report to in case you have any piece of conflict arising. At home, we have got the parents. In the community, we have those relevant government authorities. We have sub-chiefs, we have village elders, we have good chiefs, all those people. Now, are we the class? Are we the class? Yes. We also have this stamping out. Exclusion. Can you say exclusion? Exclusion. Yes. How do you stamp out exclusion? You stamp out exclusion if you embrace inclusivity. Can you say inclusivity? Inclusivity. Yes, you don't isolate, neither do you discriminate in the individuals. At class level, you realize that teachers, when they come to class, they always offer their services to both boys and girls equally. Are we there? Am I right? Yes. Or there is anyone who has ever been sent out during the lesson? Do you have? No. Yes, so please, that is another way. Stamping out means eliminating. Can you say eliminating? Eliminating. If not eliminating, you talk of what? Eradicating. To eradicate means to end something completely. So those are some of the ways we can consider. We also have promoting good intergenerational relations. Promoting good intergenerational relations. Can you repeat that? Promoting good intergenerational relations. Promoting good intergenerational relations. Yes, I believe you have been told in English what the word inter means. Inter means between. Can you say between? Between. Yes, we have had several generations. You have heard of the Jay-Z generation. You have heard of the Millennium generations, among other generations. So they should have peaceful relationship. They should coexist. They should live in peace and harmony. Can you say peace and harmony? Peace and harmony. Yes, they should not live in a manner or in a state which promotes unhealthy or which promotes hostile environment for them to engage in various activities meant for the growth and development of the society. So where they, for example, share views and ideas on an equal platform of peace, love, and unity, then that means that they are coexisting well. And once they coexist well, then that can spearhead and promote what? Human dignity in the society. We also have promotion of men to women equality. Promotion of men to women equality. Now, my boys and my girls in this class are all having equal chances, are all having equal opportunities to go to school, to learn. Sindio? Yes, Kenya as a country allows equal opportunities for both boys and girls to go to school and pursue their education. Not only at primary level, but also at secondary level and the tertiary levels. That is at colleges, polytechnics, technicals, and university levels. So you realize that you all have those opportunities to pursue. Your learning should not end here. Your learning should not end here. You should proceed to the next levels until you reach the end of your academics. Now, that is, you'll know how to coexist in a peaceful way. You'll know how to embrace justice in the society as you continue climbing your academic ladder. Now, when it comes to employment, both men and women are also considered. Are we there? When it comes to elective posts in governments, that also applies to both men and women. You have heard of what? Of 2/3 gender rule in the government. So that involves men and women being involved in the day-to-day running of the governmental activities. So they should not be left out. Are we there, class? Are we there, class? Yes. Now, we also have controlling arms. Controlling arms. How many arms do we have? How many arms of the government do we have in Kenya? National government. How many? Put up your hand if you know the arms of government in Kenya. National government in Kenya. Yes. How many arms? 3 arms. Can you name them? Yes. We have got the executive, that's the main arm. Secondly? Yes. Yes. The judiciary, another one. The judiciary, another one. Another arm of the government. You have mentioned the executive, the judiciary, then lastly? Lastly? The legislature. Can you say the legislature? The legislature. So those are the arms that we are talking about. So when it comes to those arms, every arm is independent. Can you say every arm is independent? So when they carry out their duties, they should carry out their duties in a just, partial, and fair way. For example, the executive is there to mainly implement government policies. The judiciary is there to mainly interpret the constitution. Then the parliament is mainly there to make and amend laws in the country. We also have another way of promoting human dignity, which is protecting political space. Protecting political space. Can you repeat that? Protecting political space. That means that politics has its own share. Are we there? Politics has its own share, has its own moment. So we have that time that you have had that we call electioneering period. Can you say electioneering period? Electioneering period. Electioneering period. Yes, this is the period when we go in for what? For election campaigns. Elections are normally done when we are about to elect a new government. Senior. So, for example, when it comes to that period, in Kenya we normally hold that, we normally have this period after 5 years. I believe you know that, senior? Yes, we normally have that happening in the country after 5 years. We learn that in grade 5. So during that time, we normally have presidential elections. We also have senatorial, parliamentary elections. So parliamentary elections involve senatorial elections. They also involve election of MPs, members of the parliament. We have the MPs, we have the senators who normally reside in the Senate, then the MPs who normally reside in the National Assembly. Now, in those respective houses, we also have elections held to elect speakers and their deputies. We also have gubernatorial elections, which involve the election of the governor. We also have civic elections, which involve electing civically leaders like the members of the county assembly. Are we there, class? So that is what we describe as the political space. Now, as the political space, we are responsible as Kenyan citizens who are legally registered and approved by the body in charge of elections to participate in elections so that we elect those leaders who are responsible, leaders who are there to deliver their mandate and responsibilities, and therefore leaders who are conscious in terms of development. Lastly, we have human rights education. Can you say human rights education? Human rights education. Human rights education. Now, everyone should be responsible and even ready to take part in the human rights education. With the human rights education, you will be aware of your rights. You'll be aware of your rights. And this can be promoted through what? Through the social media platforms. For instance, we have the WhatsApp, we have the Facebook, we have the Twitter, which we nowadays call the X platform. So all those are the forms that we can, of course, get information to do with what? With our rights as individuals. We also have print media. We have also print media which involve the magazines. Can you say magazines? Magazines. The books, textbooks. Can you say textbooks? Newspapers. So all those are the ways through which we can do what? We can access information to do with what? With the human rights. We also have mass media. Can you say mass media? Mass media. Mass media. So under mass media, we have got what? The television. We have got the radio. I hope every homestead has a radio. Yes. Now, if your home has no radio, then tell your dad or your mom to buy one. Because if you have no radio in your home, it means that you are still living in those old days. Can you say Precambrian periods? Yeah, let us shy away from those periods. The era where we had no what? Digital devices that could be used to abreast us. Can you say to abreast us? To abreast us. To furnish us. To feed us with the information.